long elementaries. Let's stand up and cheer for our little Tigers as they run out and shine during Friday Night Lights. Go Tigers! And now, fans, please welcome to the field the Greenville Lions. Terrell fans, are you ready? Terrell fans, are you ready? Here come your Tigers! Now making their way to midfield for the coin toss are tonight's captains. Representing Greenville, Aiden Lewis, Caleb Yost, Jamorian Hamilton, and Nicholas Just. And representing Terrell, Abraham Fofana, Keandre Johnson, Bryson Martin, and Omari Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask all high school students to please report to the students section by the band. All other students, non-high school students, should be seated in the stands with your parents. Thank you.
Welcome, football fans. We're back in Memorial Stadium, Leon Vineyard Field. We were talking about that a little earlier with our friend Ian behind us. And I'm joined this year by
Jim Cooper.
And we are getting lined up. The captains have just done the call.
Terrell won the toss and has deferred. Will be kicking from the side.
Got my speaker up a little too loud.
Well, that happens, but,
yeah.
You know, the Greenville Lions are in town, Chuck.
The other Highway 34 rivalry is in town tonight. And, you know, we were discussing a little bit earlier this week that Greenville's having a tough go of it. They are 1-3 in
fans, at
district.
this time, we ask that you
We're
please stand and
2-2,
remove
but
your hats
their
so
only
that we can
wins
join
against
together for a moment of silence. In order
the
to
team at the
appreciate our
bottom,
loss in
which
this
is
moment,
Course
pray for
County.
what's ahead
Of course,
of us.
Canada, who happens to be over, but Greenville's had a tough run of it, Chuck.
Yeah.
But they have players that can be explosive.
Yep.
And so it's not like just roll out there and everything's going to be a win. You're still going to have to play ball.
Right. Well, let's talk a little bit about that, Jim, since we bring up the thing about the scores. I mean, the overall
Thank you.
win losses for the
Now,
teams.
fans, please remain standing and
Heritage
direct your
is
attention to the north
in
end of the
firm
field.
place,
As we honor America,
first
the
place
former military
with
service members and those currently
they're
serving
4-0,
abroad
and then
abroad.
what I've got is
Those
Kaufman
teams
and Crandall are
Terrell
both at
Tiger
3-1, so there's a
Played
solid
national
1, 2, and 3 there, and then us and Poteet are both at 2-2 coming in tonight.
Yes, and the thing is, though, Chuck, is that Poteet's has already played Corsicana and Greenville. That's their 2 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the people that are the teams that are struggling in the district this year. So their last 3 games are against Midlothian, Ennis, and Terrell. They may not get above those 2 wins.
Well, we know that they're probably not going to win against Heritage.
Yeah.
Unless Ennis does something, which that was a barn burner last week in
Yes,
Ennis
it
for
was.
us. But there was no defense in the game, as the stats kind of played out there.
Exactly.
So, but I'm giving Poteet the edge there against Ennis. So it's going to come down.
Well, the way I got it charted here, Chuck, is if you project it, and this is all based on statistics and just what you may think about things.
Right.
And I heard a great quote this morning that statistics are like bikinis. They show a lot, but not everything.
Well,
So-
it depends on how you put your stats out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you projected, Midlothian's going to win it.
Yeah.
And what it really comes down to is that Crandall is in a good position. If Crandall beats Terrell, they're going to be in the 2nd spot. Kaufman will be in the 3rd spot, and Terrell would be in the 4th.
Right.
But if Terrell beats Crandall, that throws 3 teams at 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're talking about head-to-head.
Head-to-head.
And you got Kaufman to beat Terrell, and Terrell to beat Crandall, and Crandall to beat Kaufman, and then you start going to points, differential, and all those
I
kinds of
was
things.
say, I don't know if you know this or not, but the district does a point differential if there's ties. So it all comes into that positive and negative points on who beat who or who outscored who by the most. So
Right. So, but that's looking way down the road. Tonight, first thing you got to do is got to go out there and win tonight, right?
yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
right.
we can project all day long, but we got to project on the field today.
Well, let's give some shout out to Brant Davis and his crew down there with Studio 101. We are at home. We are videoing, and we are talking over the top of their video feed. So welcome Studio 101 and Brant Davis and all of his students that do a great job down there. Here is one abundance in the kickoff. Of course, you heard that we won the toss and deferred to the second half. One puts it right about the 2-yard line, and Greenville decided to let it go because it was real close to the pylon, let it go in the end zone. So Greenville will take over at the 25.
Juan got a good bounce on that, and it went through for a touchback. That was a good kick. I like to see him kick like that. Stop this pooch kicking, but okay, I'm not the coach.
Well, I don't like the pooch kick much either, but you know what?
I like it as something
There's
that is a surprise, a breakup, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Right.
But as far as pooch kicking it all the time, I don't really understand.
All right, the strength in yours and mine's mind, the strength of the Terrell Tigers is on the field right now. The front 7 of the Tigers are pretty stout. In the first play from scrimmage, Greenville tries to go over the left side, between the guard and the tackle, and the front 4 were right on top of that. That's a no gainer for Greenville. 2nd down, the same 10.
Yeah, that was looked to be number 11, which is K. Jackson Dabney. How do I say his name? Caden Dabney. He was one of the leaders last week with 10 tackles, 11 tackles, 10 of them solo.
There's another run. This time the handoff. Greenville is in basically a stacked pistol formation where the quarterback is in the shotgun and there's two backs behind him. It's just straight give to the up back there. Went over the right side. They were running right at Keandre. Got about 3 yards on that, so 3rd down and 7 for the Greenville Lions.
Well, this is where Terrell's defense wants to put Greenville, is the 3rd and longs.
And we've said that our secondary always puts themselves in the right spot. There's a motion to come across, and he stops. It's going to be, we knew it was going to be a throw, and he's going to throw out to the flat, and he does complete that at the 35. Finally run out of bounds at what appears to be, they haven't marked it yet, 40, 39? 39 yard line.
43. 44.
44.
Well, that was a good route by that young man. He juked inside, and he came out, and he was wide open out in the flat. That was a good route.
Greenville's got twins to the top side of the field. They are on the hash mark closest to us. They are going from Ben Gill towards the scoreboard. There's a lead dive play inside over the right side, and there's a lot of mishmash in the middle. And the linebackers finally come up for Terrell after a 2-yard gain of Greenville. So.
Yeah, number 33, Omari Thompson, cleaned that up, and he cleaned up that young man and put him to the turf really quickly.
They're at the 46-yard. Greenville is at the 46-yard line. They kind of run a wing tight with 2 wideouts on either side and pass out a stop route out into the flat. Another completion for Greenville into Terrell Tiger territory down to the Tiger 47-yard line, I think is where they're going to spot that. So 3rd and short for the Greenville Lions.
Well, and this is where I think Terrell can really match up and stop them. The 2 plays that have hurt Terrell so far have been pass plays. That young man, number 10 for Greenville, has thrown a couple of good balls.
He's a tall kid, too. They've moved to twins into the boundary. It's going to be a straight dive play, and there's a big push by the Greenville offensive front. He's going to be down to the Tiger 44-yard line, which will move the sticks, the 43-yard line, which will move the sticks once again for Greenville. They're putting together a really nice-looking drive right now.
Well, they are, and I was just waiting for the sticks to move early, but they didn't. Our sticks people are on the ball so far tonight. I would have told them to go on, but I'm glad they waited for the ref.
Trip for Greenville into the wide side of the field, but looks like the quarterback wants to run it. Keandre just barely misses him on the arm tackle, and the Greenville quarterback gets down to the Tiger 40-yard line, so that'll bring up, was it going to bring up 3rd down and 6? 2nd down and 6?
2nd down and 6, but the thing is, Chuck, Terrell's kept everything in front of him, and you and I both know that in high school it's hard to put together a 10, 12-play drive like that without making a mistake.
Yeah,
and that's what Terrell's got to do. You can bend a little bit as long as you don't break.
Well, and there's the thing about that play. It was going to be a pass play, and there was nothing there. So the secondary has finally woken up a little bit for Terrell and covered everybody. Here's another lead play. It's not really a lead. It's just a dive play over the right side. They're picking on the right side, the left side of the defensive front right now. I guess the thought process, let's run at Mr. number 88, Mr. D1, and see what he's going to do to stop us.
Well, isn't that what we've always heard all the years that we've watched football, is if you got somebody that's really big and bad on the line, you run straight at them, because that seems to keep them from being able to go down the line and make plays.
And see what they're going to do. Motion from the wideout on our side. It now looks set up as twins on the other side of the field, the left side of the field, Greenville side of the field, if you will. Another dive play. This time it goes over the left side, and that Greenville runner used his leg strength to eke out some more. I guess I shouldn't say eke, because that was about 4 extra yards that he got down to the Tiger 30-yard
Yeah,
line.
he was eking down the field there, buddy. that was a solid little run.
Solid run. Greenville's on the hash mark closest to their bench, 7:08 and counting in this first quarter. The score is 0-0. This is the first offensive drive for either team tonight, and Greenville's on the move. Twins to the short side, now motion over to the wide side of the field, which is the Terrell side. and RPO there, and I believe what
Yeah, we got a
happened
little illegal procedure.
yeah, the receiver coming in motion, he took a step forward before the ball was snapped. So
False
the officials
start.
called that.
Number
And
5,
I think
Greenville.
what we're getting to is
5-yard penalty
they put in
remains.
a very
First
nice
down.
drive, but there's that first little chink. There's that mistake that high schoolers are known to make. And now it's 1st and 15, and now is when Terrell needs to jump up and let's make a stop.
I don't know if it's early enough or not, but I would suspect the defensive coaches might come with a little pressure.
I think you're exactly on the right thought path right now at 1st and 15.
Just motion and then back out. It's another run play right up the middle. Number 23 for Greenville. He runs hard. Looks like he gets right back to the offensive.
What was that flag that was so late there? Was that a late hold call, or was there some kind of hands to the face, or what? There,
well,
Chuck?
we're about to find out.
Tell Mr. Whitehead, turn up your box. Personal foul.
AJ is on the mic. That's AJ's voice coming through.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughage. Number 7, Terrell. 15 yards. Automatic
that was hands to
first
the face
down.
or a face mask or something. How many Hail Marys should he give for that, Ian? with with us tonight is Reverend Ian Hyde of the Episcopal Church, a good friend of Chuck and ours, and a great football fan. He's up here watching and going to help us spot tonight. We're glad to have you up here.
I don't know if he likes it or not, but I've been telling everybody that you and I need God on our side for this game. Hey, you know what? That was a backwards pass to the number 2 receiver outside. So Greenville uses a little trickeration there to get into the end zone. It was well executed. They executed it into the boundary, and the receiver for Greenville got lost in the end zone. He was wide open.
He was. Boy, that was a very, very nice play by Greenville. Executed well, as you said. And I don't think we projected that when we were projected earlier. Greenville taking the ball down the field and just actually scoring that quick.
With 5:52 left, sorry for being tongue-tied, that puts the Lions up 7-0 over your Tigers. That was a long drive. The only thing the hiccup that they had was a procedure penalty where the receiver moved forward one step before the ball was snapped, and then we helped them with the personal foul.
Well, the personal foul actually absolutely killed Terrell's chance to really get them going over there at 1st and 15.
Yep.
Taking a break, Chuck?
So let's take a break. You're listening to Terrell Tiger Football on KPYK 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101.
Set to kick for the Lions, number 84, Joshua Rojas.
All right, coming back to you, Tiger fans, on Studio 101 and KPYK. Greenville put together a really nice-looking drive.
Boy, they did. They marched right down the field. And as we said just before the break, they had the one little hiccup of the legal procedure, but the Tigers gave that back plus with the personal foul.
Yeah.
And that allowed them to keep that drive going on down the field. And like I said, really nifty little toss back and then throw for that touchdown for Greenville.
That's right. Now the Greenville kicker looks like he's going to line up for a pooch kick. Your favorite thing of
pooch
teams.
kick it.
That
don't
what
work.
He's going to do.
That doesn't work.
We're going to field it at the 22-yard line and going to run backwards and get caught. Let me tell you what, number 22 for Greenville was like a rocket. That's Damian Bankston. And our punt receiver had nowhere to go. I believe that was DeMarze Spencer. He tried to get some yardage coming all the way across the field, but all he did was take a few steps back and lose about 3 yards.
Well, he did. He ran a long way, but it ended up being sideways and a little backwards. And that happens sometimes. But here's our Terrell offense.
All right, we're all in right now. We're already in jumbo package. Little different start, and Greenville comes off the end. We did not get a push at all. That's going to be a tackle for loss
Ball carrier number 2.
for the Tigers. I'm not sure why we're in jumbo, but, you know.
Well, that's what I was fixing to say, Chuck. It's very interesting to come out in that jumbo package. I would think that you'd come out with a few wideouts, but, hey, again, I'm not the coach.
And we're going to stay in it for some reason. There we go. There's, we're going to do a little trickeration of ourselves and we overthrow it.
That was a toss-back, halfback pass.
Yeah, it was. Toss-back, halfback pass. And you know what? Keandre Johnson was wide open. We just overthrew him. How do you overthrow a 6'4" kid?
Well, you throw it about 6'6".
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can do with that.
So here's the deal. We're in a hole now. It's 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah.
On our own. What are we on, our 18-yard line? 19-yard
Right.
line?
Okay, now they get out of the jumbo.
Not a very good start for the Tigers. We throw it out to the out and a little hitch and go, and we are down the sidelines. That's going to move the sticks for Terrell. He's finally brought out of bounds about the 45-yard line. Was that Julian Ashley, number 21, that caught that?
I believe that's correct.
I'm going to call it a hook and ladder.
It was a hook and ladder. That's exactly right.
So we got out of the hole quick. There's 21 out of the backfield on a stretch play, and let me tell you what, he is gone. Ashley, that's Ashley again. Julian Ashley gets all the way into Greenville territory down to the 33-yard line. Terrell is going quick, and they are on the move.
Well, 2 quick-hitting plays right there that's got Greenville on their heels.
Well, crossing play inside that Greenville eats up really quickly, so that's going to be a slight gain down to the 31-yard line, I believe. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers.
Well, they've moved so quickly we ain't got to talk about it. But the Snake, our quarterback Cooper Kenneman, the Snake threw that ball on a rope. That was good. I was glad he set his feet and he threw that ball. That's a good sign for the Terrell offense tonight if he's going to keep setting his feet and throwing it like that.
All right, Cooper's moving people around in the backfield, and he's going to fake the handoff. He's going to roll out. He needs to either run or get rid of it. And he does run, and he gets some extra look, and he gets popped right at the 26-yard line. So he gains, on a broken play, he gains, what was that, about 6-yard line? 6?
Yeah, he turned a 6-yard loss into a 6-yard gain. And he popped up like, hey, no big deal, but I think he probably is feeling like it's a little bit of a big deal.
Yeah, he is now.
Yeah, he is.
He is now.
Yeah, he is. Because that young man from Greenville popped him good on the sideline.
All right, one wide out into the boundary. We're on the hash mark closest to our bench. Cooper's checking with the sidelines on what we want to change the play to. And there is a stretch play out to the right side. There is a hold, so this play's going to come back.
Yep.
Julian dives into the end zone, but that's going to come back because we had a big hold.
Yeah, there was.
Obvious to everybody in the stadium.
Yep. That's unfortunate because it was a good run.
Holding, number 52, Terrell. 10 yards from the previous spot. 3rd down.
Chuck at the radio station is telling us that we sound a little funny. So I'm going to try to do something and see if that helps any. I'm not sure it will or not, but we're going to try something.
Well, 21's been running, Chuck, and I don't even have him on my sheet.
Well, I added him.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine for now. We've
That's
got
all right.
several ads today.
That's all right.
Actually, the other ones on your list are already there. 21 is the only one you need to add.
Okay.
All right, with the backup, it's 3rd and 14 for the Tigers. Cooper fakes the fakes the toss, and Greenville is going to eat him all alive. He tried to roll out to the left, which is awkward for a left-handed thrower. That's going to bring up 4th down and 15 for the Tigers from their own 37-yard line.
Yep. Well, they're right there in that no man's land, Chuck.
Yeah.
They're a little further out than a field goal, but
Right.
what does a punt really get you? Throw the ball down the field, see what happens.
Yeah.
Right?
The problem is that Greenville is doing a really good job on getting pressure.
Yes, they are.
Our offensive line needs to step up a little more, in my opinion, and give Cooper a little more protection. They're coming on stunts. There's another hold.
Oh,
and that's
but there's
gonna
a
be-
horse
That's going
collar.
to be a horse collar, so these are going to offset. We're going to replay this.
Man, it scares me every time I see one of these young people do that horse collar.
Yeah.
That is such a dangerous, dangerous thing.
So the hold comes on one of our offensive linemen. I was just talking about our offensive line needs to step up and give Cooper a little more, or a lot more protection, rather. And then Cooper's running out, which I told our counterpart.
We have 2 fouls on the play.
He's got a
We
good
have
set of
holders.
wheels.
Number 52,
And that, he
Terrell.
can run, and
We have personal
Greenville
foul,
reached out
horse
for a backup.
collar against Greenville. Those penalties are offset.
Those are gonna offset.
Replay,
We're gonna replay that
3rd down.
Yeah, and with what, 3:16 left in the first quarter with Greenville up 7-0.
Right.
You're welcome, Mr. Musser. There's your time
Down.
to score.
Wait.
Now,
It's down.
21's been
4th
running the
down.
ball well,
Yeah.
but, Roderick Hamburg had 200 and something yards last week. I'm wondering why we're not seeing him.
We haven't seen him at all yet, and Greenville's going to take a timeout. So they could take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. 3:16 left, 7-0 Greenville at this point in time. You're listening to Terrell Tiger Football on KPYK, 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101. Okay, coming out of this timeout, Greenville took a timeout, so they're down to 2 for the half. 3:16 left on this first quarter. We've had some mishaps on the offensive side of the ball for Terrell, and another one, and we're going to try another trickeration. We're going to throw it back to Cooper, and Cooper stretched out, and he just couldn't haul that in. He was wide open. Had a reverse halfback pass, and then Cooper went into the flat down the sidelines, and he stretched out, and he just couldn't haul that one in.
Well, sitting at that field position, you got to go for it. Like I say, you throw it down the field and see what happens. You got faith in your defense, even though Greenville made that front drive. That doesn't mean it means something, but that doesn't mean your defense, you don't have faith in them.
Yeah, I mean,
so that was absolutely the right call to go for it there.
Well, I don't know. Yes, right call to go for it there. I would kind of question the depth of that, because you don't really need a home run ball.
Right.
On 4th down, you just need a first down. But, I'm not the head coach of the Terrell Tigers. Marvin Sedbury Jr. is.
Yep.
All right, here's Greenville. They got a trip set to the short side of the field. We're finally getting some wow, that was kind of odd. The quarterback was running out. Keandre was in hot pursuit. The quarterback winds up to try to throw the ball. There's a flag on Greenville, and that looked like a
holding.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
Number
against
70,
Greenville, but that ball
Greenville,
came out like that.
10-yard
It played
penalty.
sandlot football.
Replay.
It didn't have a
First
hold on
down.
the ball because it just kind of dribbled out there and out to the sideline there against Terrell. which if they call it a pass, you know, in college that would be another penalty for not getting it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. And if it was a fumble, could have had a shot at it.
Yeah,
but
either or.
That's
all
all
right.
right.
Out of bounds, so there you are. All right. Twins to the short side, which is the Tiger side. There's the motion from the outside, number 1 receiver. He goes over, so it's a twin set on the outside. And let me tell you what, it was going to be a throw to the number 2 receiver the number 1 receiver that went in motion. And number 7, Zyron James, put his paws up and knocked that ball down. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 20 for the Greenville Lions.
that was a nice play by number 7. You know, you rush, but when you see the quarterback getting ready to throw the ball, you get your hands up.
Yep.
And, you know, that's good coaching, and that's good on that young man for taking that coaching. That was a good play.
Greenville's going to set up with a tight-looking trip set to the wide side of the field. And there's another. They could call a hold on the right tackle all night long because he's trying to keep Keandre Johnson from getting to the quarterback, and they didn't call it that time. But you know what? That was a good play by Greenville because they get to the wide side of the field and they get a lot of that yardage back. Finally pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
Well, and Terrell had an open field tackle to make it a very lesser thing, but the Greenville back had a head of steam on him, and that would have been a tough tackle to make. Sure wish he didn't done it, but that was a tough tackle to make. But right here, it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, 2:46 and counting in the first. Motion from the wide receiver towards the Terrell sideline, and he's going to throw. That's a backwards pass again, but let's call it a wide receiver screen because there was one wide receiver out. That goes nowhere. The Tigers secondary read that just right for a no gain, 42-yard line, so it's 4th and that same 5.
Yeah, that pass was a nice little completion, and it looked like it had green all around it. And then all of a sudden, all you saw was the gray and red of the Tigers coming in. Boy, they swarmed to the tackle, and we're going to make Greenville punt here, or attempt a punt.
So the second offensive set for Greenville netted a few yards, but not many. It was a high snap, which resulted in a high kick, but it's a short kick. Hits a Greenville player at the 35-yard line, so the Terrell Tigers will have it right there, 1st and 10.
Well, that was not a bad exchange. With Terrell having their troubles at the very end of that drive, that was not a bad exchange at all for them to go for it on 4th, and they didn't really get any yardage on that. Well, they didn't get any yardage on that. And then that high snap really put that punter in a position. He did a good job to even catch that ball. And so the short kick gives Terrell a decent field position. And
they're going to call that dead early. It's going to be
false start. Number 52, Terrell. 5-yard
We're in a
penalty.
shift.
Still, 1st down.
We have the ability to shift unless I miss somebody moving forward, which I guess I did.
I guess you did, but I'm kind of with you. It wasn't like everybody was said. I don't know why we were calling it false start there, but
right. So 1st and 15. We didn't do ourselves any favor there. Cooper's going to be under center, 2 in the backfield behind him, 1 wide receiver to there's the shift that we did on the last play. So we just did the same thing. Tight end and wing move back over from left to right, and boom, right through the middle. That is a great job right there by Roger Kendrick, who got lots of yards last week.
Yep. And he just got a big chunk right then. What was that, a 30-yard run?
Yeah, all the way down to the Greenville line, 39-yard line. So he flipped the field real quick there. There's number 21, who just beat everybody. And he switched gears. He gets into the end zone. Julian Ashley is who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Very quickly. So am I seeing a flag? Is that a flag or a towel?
I didn't see a flag, Chuck.
I'm looking at something on the 34-yard line, which is that's a towel.
Yep. Thank goodness. But that was a beautiful run.
But they are
They have
talking
a
about
block in the
something.
back.
Block in the back.
Number 15.
Oh.
10 yards from the spot of the thigh. Replay. First down.
Ian just pointed out that's the second touchdown run that young man has called back. Boy, he planted that foot, went sideways, and was gone, man. Wow.
Marvin is getting with the side judge, trying to figure out what happened, and evidently he's satisfied with it at this point in time because he's got to move on because Marvin is the one that calls all the offensive plays. So he can't, on defense, he has a little time to argue when he's on offense. He does not have all that time because the play's got to get in. We're on kind of in between the hashes, closer to the Greenville sideline. Wing to the right. There is dive play right up the middle. I believe that was Roderick. Who picks up probably picked up 10 yards, but it's going to be second down or 9 yards. It's going to be second down and 6. Second down and 8. I'm sorry. Yep. Anyway, we're going to try it again. Go over the left side this time. That is Roderick once again. He bullies his way down to the line, 30-yard
They're going
line.
with tempo, Chuck, for sure.
Yep, and here's Julian. He goes over the right side of the offensive front. He finds a little running lane there, and he's across the line to gain across the 29-yard line. So Tigers are going to move the sticks this time. They are at the 26-yard line.
Well, I am kind of stunned watching number 21. Man, he is a ball player.
Yeah.
He is a ball player. He's a runner.
Wing tight end left. There's a crossing pattern up front. That goes to, who is that? Is that Roderick or Tamayan? That is Tamayan that got run the rock, and that was going to be a gain of about 4, but there's another flag on the field.
Well, I know Coach Sedbury is not happy about all these infractions.
Yeah.
No coach could ever be happy with infractions.
Well, those things are the ones. Oh,
Number
it's offside
90.
against
5-yard
Okay, well,
penalty.
he's a little happier about that.
Replay.
Yeah,
First down.
but to your point, those little offensive penalties are not energy penalties, or not drive
Please
penalties.
reset
Those
the
are
game
mental penalties that
clock
drive
to
coaches
30
crazy.
seconds.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to say this about 21, and, me being an old man and an Aggie, this is what I'm going to talk about. I could either tell you Barry Sanders cut, or I could tell you A-Chain cut.
I like either one of those. There we go. Come on now. All right, that was a toss sweep. That was number 3, Tamayan Embers over the left side. He gets good yardage down to the 10-yard line, so it's going to be first and goal from the 10. I was hoping that'd be right outside the 10, but it's right on the yard line.
Yeah, it's going to be first and goal. That's probably the last play of the quarter there, Chuck.
We got 10 seconds left. Cooper's going to try to snap it, though. Get one more play. There's 21, Julian, over the right side, and he's in the end zone. And then a flag comes in. These guys in the backfield, the striped shirts are killing everybody throwing flags. Now, we don't know who it's on, but all the Tigers players, as soon as he threw the flag, everybody's pointing at him going, what are you calling? Greenville's going to the side. Terrell's coming to the side. The flag is at the 2-yard line. Still no indication of what it is yet.
So is a hold a spot foul?
Let's see what it is.
Hold
it is a holding call.
Number
against
65, Terrell, 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. So
in the
now
second
we're
quarter.
going to flip the end of the field, and it's going to be first and goal from the 12.
So with the end of the first quarter, it's the Greenville Lions 7, your Terrell Tigers 0. You're listening to KPYK Terrell Tiger Football on KPYK 1570 AM 102.5.
The goal of the Texas Way is to increase better sportsmanship across the state of Texas.
Unfortunately, in the state of Texas, we have seen an increase in the number of ejections either from our coaches or kids or even our fans.
We want to increase the quality of sportsmanship and character at UIL sporting events.
We have to understand the
Hi, I'm Governor Greg Abbott.
Hi, I'm Coach Joey McGuire from Texas Tech.
Hi, I'm Coach Sark with Texas Football.
Hi, I'm Coach Willie Fritz from the University of Houston.
Hi, I'm Coach Elko from Texas A&M.
There is a growing danger in our communities and schools, fentanyl.
It has claimed the lives of thousands of innocent Americans and is now leading cause of death in young adults.
One of the best ways to prevent tragic fentanyl deaths is through education.
Just one pill kills.
That's why you should only take prescription medication specifically for you and filled in a pharmacy.
Never take a pill you got from a friend or on social media.
Just a few grains of salt worth of fentanyl is enough to kill you.
And take you away from your loved ones.
You can't see it, you can't taste it, and you don't know if it's there.
So please, learn about the dangers of this deadly drug.
Talk to your parent.
17, so that was a spot foul, and you back it up 10 from there, which is unfortunate. But starting the second quarter, there's a fake toss. Connor Cooper, there I go again.
The snake
decides to keep it over the right side. Looks like he gets down to about the 8-yard line, so it will be second and goal from the 8.
Well, Terrell
Ronnie and Margaret are all. I appreciate everything they say, but I don't know if I garner as much praise as they sometimes give to the broadcast.
Well, they said they were fans of us, but I can tell you right now we're bigger fans of them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're not professionals doing this.
No.
All right, Cooper's under toss lead to the right side, and there's our man of the hour, number 21, Julian Ashley. I mean, he carried that rock. Ian behind us said it's unbelievable that kid has scored 3 times and all 3 of them have been brought back.
Yeah, and he was fighting hard. That showed us a little different dimension for him because he got into a pretty good scrum of defensive players there, but he held his own. He's right there at the 2-yard line.
I'm proud of you,
2.
Jimmy. I'm proud of you.
Scrum?
You used the rugby term. Scrum.
Yes, I did.
There you go. 3rd and goal from the 2. Trips out front. There's 21 right up the middle, and he's in for the score. There's no way. Yep, there's the signal. So Julian Ashley, new on the scene for us.
Right.
I don't know if he played last week, but he's new on the scene for us. He has done a phenomenal job in this first quarter for the Tigers, and he finally gets one to count.
Yeah, that one goes up on the board. Now we got Juan Abundis. He was 5 for 5 last week on his point after attempt.
And that snap and kick is up, and that is good. So with 10:32 left in this second quarter, it's all tied up now. The Northern battle for 34. It's 7-7. Your Terrell Tigers are leading the Greenville Lions. You're listening to Terrell Tiger Football on KPYK 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio.
Average 2-yard carry brings the score. All square, 7 apiece. To receive the line. Number 2.
All right, back to Memorial Stadium, Leon Vineyard Field. Jimmy was going to do the Leon Vineyard victory dance before the game, but I think he ran out of time.
I did run out of time, Chuck. Perhaps I'll do it at halftime for you.
Okay, all right. Here's Juan Abundis. He's going to take a long swipe at it, which means we're not going to pooch it. He gets a long kick. It's going to hit, be caught about the 4-yard line. Greenville has to do something with it, and he goes nowhere. The kickoff return team for Terrell stayed in their lane and got down there quickly. Greenville's going to take over. It looks to be about the 15-yard line.
Well, and that's, you know, I don't want to belabor anything about the pooch kick and everything, but kick it deep. When you got athletes on your coverage team like that fill their gaps and do the right thing, good things happen like that, so that you're standing at the 15-yard. You're not starting at the 30 because you decided to pooch it up there.
Right. I agree. Excuse me. Give Diana Tidwell and Crystal some props. They are our school nutrition people, and they always feed us well here in the press box on football Friday nights. We had Philly cheesesteaks tonight.
I did not partake. I had eaten too much already today, according to my doctor.
Well, here's Greenville, handoff straight up the middle, and that kid runs hard. We saw that in the first drive for sure on Greenville. Now the defensive front and the linebackers, Terrell, grab him up and force him back after about a 3-yard gain, but he hit that hole running hard.
Yes, he did. He had, like you said, he had a great first drive. And Greenville had a great first drive, and then they've had a couple of things that have just sputtered on them. Terrell needs to make sure and keep them out of that rhythm, and let's go ahead and get them down, 3 and out. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go defense.
Shotgun, 2 beside the quarterback, and it's going to be a crossing pattern. And great play by the defensive front there by Terrell. It fooled nobody. I believe that was number 15, Ernest Woods, that made that play there for what appeared to be no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down, that same 7. You know, one thing that you mentioned, Jimmy, is that Greenville has a lot of good-looking kids, a lot of good-looking athletes. I wonder if what you just said is indicative of what their season is, because they are 1-3. They had the potential to do things, but do they shoot themselves in the foot enough?
Yeah, well, and that's happened, of course. We can't throw rocks at that. Terrell's been shooting herself in the foot.
For sure. There's a good rollout. A good rollout. It was going to be a good pitch and catch, but the receiver gets his hands on it out in the right flat of Greenville, and it goes through, and the defender didn't get you a number, but the defender kind of bobbled it as it was going out of bounds. It almost was a pick there.
Well, and that's the difference in a lot of games and a lot of seasons, Chuck, is that little bit right there. That little bit of because that kid had every opportunity to catch that ball. It wasn't a bad ball at all, but, sometimes you just don't quite get there.
Punter for Greenville standing at his own 5, and 21, Julian Ashley, is standing at the midfield mark. It is not a good kick at all. It hits about the 28-yard line and bounces around. I'm not sure it hit the Terrell player, but everybody started to jump on it, and Terrell gets the ball with great field position at this point in time. There's a little extra activity. Marvin Sedbury Jr. is all over a player right now for starting some ticky-sack stuff on the Greenville sideline, close to the Greenville sideline.
Well, that was, A, a very bad punt, and B, you're exactly right. It hit the Terrell kid, and that's the reason he had to scramble and jump on it right quick. Otherwise, that was a live ball for Greenville to jump up there and get back on. But didn't work out that way. Terrell had their head in the game. They covered that. They got a real short field here, and they just punch it in.
And I know why Marvin was so upset with the player, because the player that was jawing with the Greenville players was nowhere near the play.
Right.
So, all right, Terrell has it. I don't know if I said this or not, but they're at the 27-yard, the Greenville 27-yard line. There goes Kendra. He's in motion and gets set. And Cooper does kind of hurt us one player. He's trying to get what he can. He gets down to maybe the 26-yard line, so it looks like he'll gain about a yard.
I know Cooper's a very tough young man. We've seen him take some shots and everything. It just concerns me when he gets running out there like that. Boy, I think you said it when we were talking before the game. He leaves himself kind of open to really get hit.
Mm-hmm. He does. All right, right off the edge. That is our guy, Roderick junior.
Yep.
And you know what? He bounces off a few Greenville players, and they do not wrap up. He gets in the end zone.
Boy, that was just a solid blocking by the offensive line, opened up a good hole, and he ran north and south. And that was a great run.
8:13 left in this second quarter, and Juan Abundis is out once again in short order. It hadn't been long since he was out there to do this the first time. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Got to give it to our deep snapper. At least the ball's getting back there with good velocity. And then, of course, Juan has been solid for years.
Yes, Juan's a tremendous young man at kicking. And I'm going to tell you that Greenville got real close to both those PATs of blocking it. That one kid coming off the edge, and got real close both times. But, hey, the thing is, it's Terrell 14 and Greenville 7, Chuck, with 8:13 left in the first half.
Well, and I was fixed to say we better say the time and the score. 14-7 Tigers, or one of our friends will get mad at us.
Well, they can all get mad, but we will try to make them happy as best we can.
Here's the thing: the first drive for Terrell was not at all, and I think it got rhythm off. You know, I don't know if you and I talked about it, but it's something I've talked with Marvin about off and on over the past several years. His offense is ball control, run the ball, and in my opinion, what that did was get us off schedule. So we had a slow start offensively.
Yes, and the other thing that I see the Terrell being really successful with is the up tempo. They run the ball, they jump up there, they get lined up, they run it again once they start moving.
Right. Here's one. He does pooch kick this one. It hits about the 21-yard line and then bounces sideways out of bounds. So that's going to draw the flag and give an extra 4
or 5 yards.
Yeah. Not a whole lot. So.
Nope. Well,
so Greenville will take over and 8:13 left. Go ahead.
I think that it's kind of obvious.
And they're going to kick out of bounds. Number 17, Terrell.
He's had a
5 yards from the out of bounds spot.
If I was Greenville, I'd go for it. I'd go for it on fourth down rather than let him punt.
On the left hand.
That's for sure. I hate to talk bad about a young man, but his with no pressure, his punts have not been very good.
He's just had a tough time.
Now, we don't know what the circumstances are. Their regular punter might not be available, and maybe he's just somebody that can step in and try to get the ball downfield.
And I know that first one was way high on the. He had to jump real high to get it from the deep down.
All right, Greenville takes the ball over the left side of the offensive front. I think that probably went between the guard and the center on the left side. Number 20, Tobias Abram. He might be short in stature, but he's got some tree stumps for legs. He tried to push that pile, and he did. He made something out of nothing. It's second down and 6 for the Greenville Lions on a tough run. Slot left, it goes in motion over to the right side where the twin set is. Going to throw it out to the flats, number 2, and you know what? It's a complete pass, but number 19, Elijah Weber, was all over him. There was no yards after catch there.
Yeah, no, that was a great open field tackle by him. You know, how much coverage can you give when you got a wide receiver that's taking a couple of steps and then the ball's there?
And you know what? That receiver is probably 3 or 4 inches taller than Elijah was anyway, so it's kind of a mismatch on the height anyway. Brings up third down and 1 for the Greenville Lions at the 39-yard line. You know, we were just talking about their punting woes, so let's see what they do here, see if we can stop them. We do not. There's good second effort there by number 8. That's Tyler Trexel from Greenville, who was stopped at the line to gain and then kind of lunges forward to the 42-yard line. That'll move the sticks for Greenville.
That was all effort on that young man's part because he was stopped. He was stopped at the line to gain, and that was just effort on Greenville's part. All right, Terrell Tiger defense needs to kind of set back up.
Trips to the wide side, which is out. Still didn't get it. All right, trips to the wide side of the field, which is on the Greenville side, and the quarterback throws it to the number 3 receiver inside. It goes out of his hands. One Tiger touched it, doesn't catch it. Another Tiger tries to catch it before it hits the ground, and it hits the ground. It's an incomplete pass, so second down, same 10.
42-yard line of Greenville. Second down and 10 for the Lions.
Well, that was a nice little slant route that kid ran.
I thought so too.
And the ball was there for him to catch, but there were defenders all around him.
All right, just a straight give right up the middle for Greenville. Let me tell you something. Watching that play develop, number 55, Alden Moreno, who is one of the defensive tackles, he was dealing with his offensive guard. He still made the tackle.
Yeah, he just kind of chunked him to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Exactly what was probably he's been taught.
Yeah. Trips to the wide side of the field. The Greenville Lions are on the hash mark. Close to the Tiger bench, they are moving going towards Ben Gill Park. The backs are against the scoreboard for reference. They are at the 43-yard line. There's a motion that goes out by number 2 receiver, and the quarterback is finally flushed, and he takes us. He does what we think Cooper ought to be doing. Yeah. He slides down right before 2 Terrell Tigers are going to hammer him at the 46-yard line, but that's a little not enough for Greenville, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 6.
Well, that was great pressure by both ends that time, and they were fixing to converge on him as he stepped up and tried to run away.
And he did the right thing by stepping up into the pocket.
Yep.
All right, the Greenville punter's at the 39-yard line. We have Elijah Weber back late. Here's another kick. Is to the side. It hits about the 31-yard line and bounces out towards the Greenville sideline. Finally bounces out of bounds about the Tiger 28-yard line. So that's where Terrell will take over.
Well, the defense put together 3 good plays for them to have that 3 and out and force them to punt. And Terrell's got plenty of time on the clock. Well, I mean, my gosh, the way some of these kids break these runs, they don't have to have a lot of time on the clock. But they got plenty of time on the clock to add a little something here before halftime.
Sorry, I'm feeding my face again. I'm a 12-year-old tonight eating Rice Krispie treats that Diana and
I think she's going to get me one at halftime.
All right, 2 in the backfield behind Cooper. Fake toss. He's going to throw it down the field. Wide open, in stride. Bam! That's number 3. That is Tamine Andrews. Jim, will you go back to your just previous statement about how fast these people are and how fast they can score?
Yeah, exactly right. Boy, I tell you what, it is a thing of beauty to see that quarterback set his feet and throw it. Once he gets his feet set, boy, he's really been impressive. It's been the games where he hasn't been able to do that, but tonight he is really comfortable back there in the pocket.
Who? Tamine? No, Tamine's a senior. People in the next booth are asking me how old Tamine is, and he's a senior this year. Sorry about that. And there's Juan Bundes. He puts another one through the uprights, and that brings the score here with 4:28 left in this half. Your Terrell Tigers 21, who they are on a roll right now. Greenville Line 7. We'll go ahead and take that break in between, waiting on the next kickoff. You're listening to Terrell Tiger football on KPYK 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101.
Tigers 21, Lions 7. Terrell Tiger Varsity Football and Terrell Football Booster Club would like to thank Cliff's Heating and Air for sponsoring tonight's team meal. Cliff's Heating and Air is still family owned and operated since 1987. Located at 901 Westmore Avenue. Call them at 972-563-8634 to schedule an appointment. Once again, that's Cliff's Heating and Air, 972-563-8634. Back is prepared to receive for the Lions. Number 2, Caleb Hale. Number 5, Chris White.
All right, we're coming back to y'all after the Terrell Tiger touchdown, 21-7, and we do not line up at all. And Greenville has touched the ball, and it gets out of bounds. Greenville touched the ball, and it bounced back towards the kicker. I'm not sure who they're going to say got the ball because there was a Greenville line there and a Terrell Tiger there. I'm not sure if they're going to huddle up and figure out. The Terrell coaches, of course, say that we have the ball.
Well, what would the ruling be on that? The last person that touched before it went out of bounds?
No, you have to have control of it.
And nobody ever had control.
Right,
of it.
right. Before it went out of bounds, so
Right.
that's why I think it's probably going to be Greenville ball at the Terrell 49-yard line.
Well, that was a pooch kick that was actually working. We just didn't quite recover that ball after they kicked it back towards us.
Well, and what I was trying to say and didn't say it efficiently was that Terrell didn't line up in kickoff.
No.
You know, they were all in a group there, and then one goes up and kicks it, and Greenville wasn't ready for it either.
Right.
So now, here we go with Texas-Georgia referee huddle to see if they're going to reverse a call here. No, it's going to be Greenville football. I knew it probably would.
Well, they're not going to reverse the call because nobody threw bottles on the field.
Well, that's true.
There you go.
So Greenville's got good field position. 4:24 left in this half. They're on the Tiger 49-yard line. There is a straight dive play up the middle. And let me tell you what, the Greenville offensive lineman got kind of a push there. That was a 3-yard gain out of nothing.
Yeah,
really.
Well, they did get a nice push, but the Terrell boys didn't get pushed that far.
Yeah.
But Greenville is running the ball hard. There's no doubt about it, and I think they've thrown the ball successfully if the receivers could just haul them in.
Yeah. 46-yard line, man in motion from left to right. Quarterback's going to throw it, and Keandre jumps up and bats that ball down. I don't know why they're trying to scramble for it because it's a forward pass and it's already hit the ground. So it's an incomplete pass that'll bring up third down, and that same 7 for Greenville.
Well, this is all coaching, man. This is the second batted ball we've seen from a defensive lineman that's trying to put pressure in. And then when he knows when that quarterback's throwing to get his arms up, man, that's a nice play. That's solid, fundamental football.
Yep. 46-yard line, 3:41. Greenville's waiting for a play. The play clock's down to 10 at this point in time. They still have time. Tight trips to the wide side of the field, the Greenville side. The man in motion goes out towards the sideline. Here's Rush up the middle, and he loses the ball. Terrell's going to pick it up and recover the ball at the Tiger 48-yard line. What a turn of events. The quarterback was starting to run. Nobody poked that ball out. He just lost the football, and Terrell recovers it with really good field position. There is a Greenville player down, however. I hate to see anybody get hurt.
Absolutely.
But he was in that scrum.
Right, scrum. 22 from Terrell had that ball recovered. He jumped on top of it. Of course, it bounced out from underneath him. But number 8, Caden Valentine, was out right there to do it and cover that ball up. But looks like we do have maybe an injury timeout on the field there, Chuck.
Yeah. Well, just a reminder for those when we go into halftime, our usual thing here this year has been we kind of talk over the visiting band, which may be rude, maybe not rude, but then we'll give you a chance to listen to the Terrell Tiger Band over the stadium speakers there, and we'll try to figure out what our technical difficulties are this week, because Chuck tells me that we're still we're sounding okay, we're just not sounding great.
Well, that could be because we got Rice Krispie treats in our mouth. It may not have anything to do with anything else.
Exactly.
Well, that young man's being helped off the field. He's not putting any weight on that leg. Let's hope for the best for him.
Looks like a left leg injury.
Yep.
My guess is it's probably knee or lower since he's not putting any weight on it.
Greenville. Their second time out.
Is going to take an additional timeout here.
That's interesting.
I thought so too. He's probably just wanting to gather everybody up and go, hey, 3:36 left. We need to tighten up here because they get the ball back in the second half.
Yeah, you let Terrell score again here before the half, and it's kind of almost to the point of being out of reach. I mean, the game's never over, but it puts you in a horrible hole.
Yeah,
being 3 touchdowns down at halftime. So I don't know. I'm very impressed with our running game. Cooper hit that beautiful long pass. Terrell seems to be clicking on all cylinders with offense after their slow start, and then they got to cooking.
Yeah, and I know these are things we're going to talk about at halftime, but you got to think about Julian Ashley. He's been in the end zone 4 times tonight, but only one of them counted.
Right, there's no doubt. Yeah, young man ran hard.
All right, Terrell's out. Toss lead over the right side. That goes to the aforementioned Julian Ashley. And he ping-ponged it off of several Greenville players, made a few more yards after contact down to the Greenville 37-yard line. Moved the sticks for Terrell, 3:22 and counting. Big hole right up the middle. That goes to number 2, Roger Cambrick. He goes over the right side, right off the center butt there. Right up the middle. That's another first down for Terrell.
And here's Terrell in that run. Get something positive. Now up tempo. Now they slow it down a little bit here. Go back to number 21 to Julian's run. Man, he got popped hard about 6 yards down, and it didn't phase him. He spun off there and went another 8 yards. That's impressive.
Going. Yeah. Here's a first down play from the 23-yard line. This is another running back by committee. I don't think that's number 3. That's number 9.
That's number 9?
Is it 9 or 8? It's either Caden Valentine or Brian White Jr., one of the two, who's got the rock. Greenville tried to sling. This is the next down. This will be it. That's number 9. That is Brian White Jr., the same one that ran the previous play. They tried to sling him down, and he just kind of rolled out of that and got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. Sorry, tempo was going, and we just kind of keep talking over the top of the play. But, well, sometimes it happens.
Yep. This is exactly what Greenville's coaches told the kids they didn't want to have happen to them.
Yeah, Greenville takes another timeout.
So they're going to tell them again, don't let this happen again.
Well, there's a coach that met one of the Greenville players out on the field. I'm not sure what that is all about, but he escorts him to the sideline. I'm not sure if he's hurt or if he's
in trouble.
In trouble, yeah, I don't know. But they called for a time. The referees called a timeout, but they did not take one. So I guess Greenville pulled it back.
Okay.
That's fine, but the clock's going to start. It's 2 minutes and counting in this half. Oh, Terrell missed an opportunity. That was going to be a underneath counter play to number 3, Tamine Ambers. Fake the pitch back and then come back underneath with the wing. Tamine, uncharacteristic of Tamine, he missed the hole and ran right into a Greenville player. If he would have cut back to the right just a little bit, there was a hole big enough I could have walked through.
Well, there was, Chuck. Was that sort of a Statue of Liberty handoff? Was it a high handoff? It wasn't really into the gut like we're used to? That was a very strange play.
Yeah, I'll try to explain that here in a minute. Here's Cooper. He's back. He's going to throw the ball to the end zone, to the edge. Did he catch the ball? I believe he did catch the ball. That is another Terrell touchdown. Golly, Cooper put that ball right on the money.
Yes, he did.
Right on the edge of the field. And I'm still trying to get you a number on who caught that ball. Because that was a good
nice
pitch,
catch.
but a very, very nice catch.
Yeah. that him right there, number 12?
Is that 12 or 13? It's either Asa Townsend or Ryan Thomas, one of the two.
Well, it says Ryan Thomas is a wide receiver, so I think that's him.
Let's go with Ryan. What a pitch and catch there. So Greenville's woes continue. Cooper Kinnemer did a heck of a job throwing that ball out. You know, the as I was seeing the ball in there, I looked down and was looking at the Greenville defender. He was in position. He didn't know the ball was in the air.
Well, he was in position, but Cooper threw it where the only person was going to catch it was the Terrell guy or was going to be out of bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a nice throw and a tremendous catch. Yeah.
Excellent catch.
Yeah.
Most excellent.
So with 1:06 left in the half, Terrell's up 3 touchdowns, 28-7.
Yeah, and that puts Greenville in a big hole right now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Because of what you talked about earlier you know, we go up another score and then we get the ball back in the second half. If we come out like gangbusters after the half, which every team should if they're up and get that chance to double that up.
Right.
Which this would not be doubling up. This would be quadrupling up.
Right.
Or tripling up, whichever way you want to say that. That it would be fantastic. No. The mayor cannot come in the booth. Mayor Rick Carmona just walked in behind us.
You know, I could sense his presence walking down the hall, Chuck. I knew it was coming. Well, the Rice Krispie treats are not for you. Sorry.
Come on in, Rick. One Abundance pooch kicks it. Greenville decides to fair catch it this time. They are going to have the ball at the 34-yard line. Is that where they're going to spot it? Yeah, I believe it's the 34-yard line. And they have 1:06 left. All right, you can't say anything bad out loud, Rick, because we're not sure if we're broadcasting through this microphone or that microphone. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm more of an FM DJ. You know that, Rick.
Greenville has changed quarterbacks at this time for some reason. There's a pitch and catch out to the number 3 receiver towards the Greenville sidelines. They're under a minute left, and they're not very fast, though. Number 13.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not the offensive line's fault because they ran up there and they got up there and got set.
Right.
It's the sideline telling the quarterback.
We're now under 40 seconds left in this half. We don't have a number 13 on our roster for Greenville, but the pressure for Terrell comes up from the ends, and he's down. That's going to be a tackle for loss back to the 38-yard line.
Well, did Greenville call a timeout?
I think they just burned their last one with that tackle.
Well, it seems like they ought to put a little bit more time back on the clock. I don't know. This could be really confusing. Yeah.
Greenville, their third and final time out of the half.
Did you go to the Hall of Fame luncheon this morning, Rick? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, was that when you were doing the high jump or when you were pole vaulting? Yeah, that's when you were pole vaulting. You hurt your hamstring. Yeah. Yeah, well, you got to leave me out of video for the chamber. You don't want me anywhere near that.
We return to play from the 43-yard line of Greenville. Second down and 14 to the line. Pass complete for the 2.
You're exactly right, Rick.
Well,
we're doing fine.
It's
We're
0-0.
right
We're
here.
going to halftime.
We're going to halftime, and we got the whole half, the first part of the half, because we don't care about Greenville, man.
Yeah.
We'll talk right over them.
So let's do this, Jim. 0-0. It's halftime. We talked about Terrell doubling up on Greenville, tripling up on Greenville at this point in time. We get the ball after half.
Yep.
It's your Terrell Tigers 28, the Greenville Lions 7 for the Battle of the North 34. You're listening to Terrell Tiger Football on KPYK 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101. All right, we still have the mayor, Rick Carmona, in here, and he was talking about doing a video. The chamber set it up.
He's doing some kind of video for something.
Yeah. The gentleman
the chamber president is going to be disappointed when she sees me pop up in the video.
Well, the chamber called me earlier yesterday and said that there was going to be a gentleman doing a video. And he's doing it all over the state on small town stuff,
right?
And how close knit communities, stuff like that are. And they were going to do something, but Rick had some other deals, so they couldn't do it when they wanted to. So I guess they're doing it right now.
Right.
I think it's a great deal. Small town, Texas Friday night. And
even though we're growing, we still got that small town feel.
Yeah.
I mean, because
exactly.
it is. Last week at the chamber auction, it kind of, if you step back and really think about it, you see all the business leaders and everybody there that are supporting the chamber, and you walk through there and you realize exactly, man, I know a large percentage of these people. You've met these people, you've done things with them in your community, and that makes Terrell a really great place to live and work.
Right.
And yes, my wife is the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and yes, I do love my wife. So there we go. So anyway, we had a great chamber auction. I'm sorry that you couldn't attend there, Chuck. The mayor wasn't there either. Of course, he was, but Ian was there with us at the chamber auction. I think it was a good time had by all, and a lot of money raised for the chamber, and look forward to having another one next year. I can tell you that it's my favorite time of year, the day after the chamber auction is done. That's my favorite day of the year.
Well, and it's been that way. It's been that way for years. The chamber does a great thing for the community. Rick said it a while ago about how the seating of the chamber, the EDC school district, and then all the other entities in Terrell kind of comes together. You alluded to that, where you walk into a room and you know everybody. He talked about it because he knows me, he knows you.
Right.
I used to tell him all the time that when he was in the booth, he was the second best lineman Terrell ever had.
In the booth, absolutely.
In the booth. I didn't do it to him right now, but we're in the background of the recording going on, so it's going to get in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. You need to make sure it gets in there.
Right.
And I think he's telling him about the trip to College Station. He came to see me when he was still in high school. I think that's what he's telling him about now, but probably not.
Give me just a second, Jim. Yep. I'm talking with Chuck by text.
Yep. So, you got any scores for us after you get through with that there, Chuck?
I will do that.
I look down, and I've got everything written down as far as what happened last week, but I don't have any of the matchups this week. I don't know. I don't. I guess I went to sleep on trying to figure out what else was happening in the district.
Well, you know, we had the crystal ball out earlier talking about playoffs and things like that. You know, I think you and I agree that it's going to come down to us and Poteet. Depending on who's there, Poteet still has to play. They're playing Heritage tonight. They play Ennis next week, and then we're their last game in their schedule. So my football Friday night's not coming up right quick.
Well, Kaufman is playing Corsicana. I don't have a score, but Kaufman's playing Corsicana tonight.
Yeah.
That should be a win for them.
Yeah. We're playing Greenville. Corsicana's playing Kaufman. Heritage is playing Poteet. Ennis is playing Crandall.
Ennis is playing Crandall?
Yeah, there you go.
That's your critical game. If Ennis could sneak up there and get Crandall,
that puts us in a better.
That really sets us up a whole lot better. Because right now, the way everything's laying out, Terrell's looking at a pretty solid 4 spot. But you always want to try to get, anytime you can get out of that 4 spot, because that puts you immediately against the top team from the district next to you that you're playing against. So, anytime you can get, one playoff game under your belt that you're not playing somebody that just won their district, that's always an advantage.
Yeah.
It always is. Bye, Ricky.
Thanks. Mayor Rick left, and Chuck's getting on to me because Rick's in the background. He says he's overpowering us on the radio.
Well, that's because he's doing his own thing up there. I don't know what in the world that was, but you know what? If it had anything to do with the Chamber of Commerce, I know better than to complain about it because I know I'll get shut down. And as soon as I walk through the door on Elm Street, I'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Won't be the first time either.
Or the last, probably.
No, not at all. So, the first half, after Terrell kind of got off to a little bit shaky start, and we had a lot of penalties, had the 3 touchdowns called back, Terrell kind of just established himself. They could run the ball with any number of backs that are just tremendously gifted.
Yeah.
And then now you start sprinkling in Cooper the Snake, chunking the ball, setting his feet and really chunking that ball in putting a tight spiral on these things with his feet set. Boy, I tell you what, that makes Terrell a little bit more different on offense.
Well, and we have a newcomer to you and me, at least you and me, Julian Ashley, who is just running roughshod.
He's electric.
I'm telling you, the kid's got 1 touchdown tonight, but he's been in the end zone 4 times.
Right. Man, yeah, kid's electric. He's that's somebody for us to be watching. But you know what? The other thing is we shouldn't slight the defense. Greenville came out, got the ball to start the game, and they drove right down the field, Chuck, with a very methodical drive that was helped by a penalty by Terrell.
Yeah.
But a very methodical drive, and they went down the field and showed it, that they were a very capable group. But the defense has stepped up, put pressure on when they needed to on the quarterback, and has stopped some of these hard-running Greenville backs, for that 4 or 5 yard game instead of getting that 14 or 15 yard game.
We just went off.
Oh no.
It's okay.
welcome to the field your grand champion, Terrell High School Tigerettes. Entertaining Tiger fans since 1951, the Tigerettes are under the direction of Cody Irwin and Tiffany Troy. The Tigerettes would like to dedicate tonight's halftime performance to all of those who have been affected by breast cancer. Our hearts are with you and your family. Year 2024-2025 Tigerette Officer, Junior Lieutenant Jill Stewart, Senior Lieutenant Sandra Brown, Senior Lieutenant Brianna Strambler, Senior First Lieutenant Malaya Verdorn, and the 2024-2025 Senior Captain Mackenzie Knoll. Tigerettes of the week are Avery Coulthard and Alicia Lazarus. Tonight, the varsity Tigerettes are performing a precision ball routine to Land of a Thousand Dances, performed by the Terrell High School Band. ladies and gentlemen, your appetizer for the halftime entertainment. Terrell High School Tiger Band performs the Hay Song. Randall is up on Ennis, 24-14. And Midlothian Heritage leads Mesquite 2, 35-0. Terrell bands on your feet. Welcome back to the field, your Tigers. Gentlemen, welcome back to the field, the Greenville Lions. Set to do the honors to start the second half, number 84, Joshua Rojas. Deep to receive for the Tigers. Number 21, Julian Ashton. 22 yards on the return by Ashland. Tigers start their drive on their own 42-yard line. First down and 10.
All right, welcome back, Tiger fans. We are, I don't know what the deal is. We're having technical difficulties, but there's a hook and ladder from the Tigers. You know, we told you that we would get the ball back in the second half, and we did. And we had a very good run back on the kickoff, and then we did a hook and ladder, number 21, the man of the night, that is Julian Ashley, is the receiver of the hook and ladder, of the latter part of the hook, I guess.
Yeah.
And he takes it down the Greenville sideline and is in the end zone for a quick Tiger score.
Yeah, that was about a 20-yard, they kicked it to the 20, about a 20-yard return on the kickoff. And that was a beautiful pass again by the Snake. And this whole hook and lateral, that's quite a weapon that Terrell has been throwing out here.
Well, here's the deal. You know, we've seen the hook and ladder before, and you talked about Cooper. You know, early on in the year, it was like the first game or something like that. We really liked the way Cooper was setting his feet. I don't like his throwing motion, but he's a left-handed thrower. Nothing against left-handers. It just looks odd because he drops his elbow down instead of keeping his elbow up while he's throwing it. His mechanics are a little off to me, but here's the deal. The first game he looked comfortable setting his feet, throwing the ball. The next game that we called, both of us didn't like him because he was overthrowing or underthrowing.
Yep.
In the last several games, though, it sounds like he's figured all that out because now he's taking the time, he's setting his feet, he's getting some coaching is what's happening.
Right.
And he's looking a whole lot more comfortable throwing the ball.
Yep.
The last 3 passes that we've seen, 2 of them for touchdowns, really great balls.
I agree 100%. Yeah, he's, and that's a lot of credit to the coaching staff, but a lot of credit to the young man, too, for taking the coaching. Because coaches can coach all day, but if the players aren't listening, then that's kind of moot.
All right, here comes one Abundance. You know, he kicks the extra points. He kicks the kickoffs, too. It's going to be fielded at the 4-yard line by Greenville, and he gets tripped up early. He gets back to about the 16-yard line. I believe, is that number 20 down there? Dontavius Brown?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, Dontavius Brown got that tackle, so the ball will be spotted. It says the 19. Did he get back to the 19?
Well,
offsides. Terrell.
Oh, no.
5 yards. Re-kick.
It's right here in front of us on the 41, so they're going to make us re-kick it.
Yep. But I was about to say, look what happens when you kick it deep. All of a sudden, you got them within the inside the 20 there.
Yeah.
See what they do this time. Now, the pooch kick just before the half, like I said, that thing was working, except it just didn't quite work, and then Terrell didn't get on the ball. I mean, that ball was bouncing all over the place.
Right.
And there was a chance for them to get it.
All right, one's going to change sides of the field. Last time he kicked from the hash mark closest to us. From the hash mark closest to us. Now he's on the hash mark closest to the Greenville bench.
Well,
okay. Maybe we've got things hashed out here. I'm going to turn the ambient noise up. Chuck's going to let me know if that works. He says we're sounding a little better.
Okay.
So here's one on the offsides kick at the 35, and this is going to be more like a pooch kick. It's going to hit the ground at the 28-yard line, and Terrell is all over it. Guess what? That's number 20 again, Dontavius Brown, who made the tackle on the last play, the last kickoff.
Well, that was just a practice run that last time, so he decided, and that was a little more fierce tackle there. That was nice. That was a nice tackle. All right, let's see what the Terrell defense is going to have coming out. You know, of course, Terrell scored very quickly, of course, once they got the ball in the second half. Well, let's see if the Greenville offense got some instruction and see what they can do to start this half.
And I'm still trying to get my Dave Campbell's Texas Football Friday app to come up. I don't know what the deal is. There's a snap for Greenville. It's a little trap play inside. We've seen it more tonight. That is number 20 for Greenville that runs that rock that time. Tobias Abram, it looks like he picks up about 2, so 2nd down and 8 for the Greenville Lions.
Yeah, Greenville's quarterback was trying to lead in that hole and try to block and ended up tripping his own running back.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that hole was nice and open. If he hadn't tripped him up, that might have been a 14, 15-yard gainer.
We don't have number 13. That's the quarterback for Greenville right now. He's a different quarterback than that started the game. He came in right before the half for some reason. I'm not sure why. But he came in. He's throwing it down the field, and it could have been, it should have been. We wish that it would have been an interception at the 49-yard line, but it falls to the turf. That's an incomplete pass.
Yep. Number 6, Abram, who's a tremendous ball player, just couldn't quite get that one corralled for the interception. Man, he had a guy that he didn't really look over. He was throwing into coverage, it looked to me like there, Chuck, but the ball was way high, which put it back there into the safety's hands.
I'm trying to find our games there, Jim, that are being played tonight. Finally got my app to work. Quarterback in the shotgun, one running back beside him. There are whistles.
Another flag.
Timeout.
No, it's going to be a
Greenville,
timeout.
their first timeout of the half.
Timeout Greenville.
Wow, that's interesting.
Well, you know, he used all of his timeouts the first half also.
Well, yes, he did, and you know what? I applaud him. You know, there are way too many times there are timeouts left over in the first half, but in the second half, it's kind of one of those things you almost seem to want to save a few if you need to. But
yeah,
but maybe he's just trying to get their head into the game a little bit.
Maybe so. All right, let's do this a little bit. You know, we talked about games around the district. Midlothian, we both called this one Midlothian, who is the big dog in the district, and they're undefeated. They are up big over Poteet, 42-0 in the third quarter, which bodes well for us.
Yes, because of Poteet's.
Because Poteet, you know, Poteet's right there at 2-2 with us, so that'll drop them. Ennis and Crandall are playing, and you know we needed Ennis to come on a little bit, but it's all Crandall, 24-14 at halftime.
Okay.
The other one is, of course, us, which is 35-7 with 10:36 left, and then the other one is Kaufman and Corsicana, and it's 28-14 Kaufman over Corsicana at the half. So there's your updates. There's Greenville coming out, and there's pressure from Kendre. The quarterback rolls out around Kendre, does a good job. He rolls out to the right towards the Greenville bench, and he throws a very nice strike to the receiver that was waiting about the 38-yard line. He catches the ball and steps out, so that'll move the sticks for the Lions.
That was a really nice throw on the run for that quarterback there. That's hard to do, to throw that accurate when you're on the run like that. And the receiver knew exactly where he had to get to for that first down.
Sorry, Rice Krispie treats. All right, here's motion from the number 1 receiver across the formation. Twins towards the Terrell bench. Straight dive play right up the middle and nothing doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Terrell defenders right on top of that for a tackle for loss. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11 from the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that play was going nowhere fast. Big number 55, he stopped that gap, and he closed any hole that the offensive line was trying to open. Great job in the trenches.
Ian's being quiet back there. He's got his feet up on the counter, and he's made himself at home.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he's made himself at home.
Soaking it all in. All right, Twins to the Tiger bench. Motion out of the backfield. Well, kind of. That's got to be a false start because he moved forward. Did they take another timeout? Delay game. Oh,
Number
there
13, Greenville.
There is
5 yards.
some issues
Remains. Second
on the
down.
Greenville side. Different quarterback. I think it's a different quarterback, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I thought it was.
Yes.
Maybe some miscommunication there, because he came in right before halftime. I think he was in for that very last Greenville series.
Yes, he was. That's correct.
And that play right there just didn't look right because the back didn't really understand what he was trying to get him to do, just move across. It's a pistol formation this time. There's a back behind him. Now he goes into motion down the line. Quarterback's back. It's all pass all day. Here's a crossing pattern. Big number 22. He is a good-looking athlete. And it's a pitch drag across the middle because he came from the far side of the field. Looks like he got past the original line of scrimmage at 39. He is now, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Greenville Lions.
Yeah, maybe this quarterback is their quote-unquote passing quarterback. I don't know. I thought the young man was having a decent game in the first half, the first quarterback, but that puts a lot of pressure on them when they know that it's a passing situation.
Yeah, that looked a little odd. It was Twins set. They were on hash mark closest to our bench. Twins set over towards their bench, the far side, the wide side of the field, and that 3rd down play goes incomplete. There was some pressure on the quarterback there, and did not make the catch on the quick out, which would not have been a 1st down anyway. So it brings up 4th down for the Greenville Lions from the down marker, 40-yard line.
I want Terrell to put a good return on this, but I would really like to see this young punter get a good punt off.
Yeah.
He's had a really tough night.
He has. Here's the thing about it, if you look, he's one of those soccer-style kickers, rugby-style kickers. He's going to kick it. He's going to catch the snap, and he's going to run to the right, and that's where our punt returner has set up. He's moved outside the hash marks way over there. This time this young man gets a bounce. It's still not a very long kick.
No.
But it hit and bounced in further into Tiger territory down to the 28-yard line. So that's where Terrell will take over.
Yeah, he didn't put backspin on it there. Because the first few kicks he had, it's like our Hall of Famer Tim Lawson hitting a pitching wedge and putting backspin on it. That's kind of what he was doing.
Yep.
Well, we'll see what the Terrell. I'm hoping they'll end up getting the other kids in here pretty quick. I really think it's important in games like this.
Here comes number 2 over the right side. No, I'm sorry, that's number 21. That's Julian Ashley, the man of the night, getting a lot of playing time. He's had a lot of touches tonight.
Yeah, and that was, 17, 18 yards on that run?
Out to the 47-yard line. Once again, Terrell's going with tempo. We're running into the boundary this time, and Ashley gets across the 50-yard line into Greenville Lion territory at the 49, so it'll bring up 2nd down in, 6?
Yeah, about 6, but they're going up tempo. Here they go again.
Yeah, there's the crossing pattern in the front. There's Tamine, that's Roger Cambrick on the cross in the middle. Big hole. Kudos to the Terrell Tiger offensive line. Big hole, and he is in for an easy Terrell Tiger score.
Yeah, that was about a 46-yard run, and somebody may have actually touched his jersey a couple of times as he went through the hole, but that was it. And then it was just speed from there.
Yep. 7:52 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Tigers are up big. So I'm with you, Jim. I think that it is probably about time we're going to coach from the booth.
Yep.
And it's about time there where some of these players that they might be upperclassmen, but maybe they're not playing as much, that they get some reps in so they get that speed that you talked about. Because game speed, varsity game speed is a whole lot different than JV game speed, which is a whole lot different than just practice speed. So it all comes into play here. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and that's in every sport. That's not just football. That's every sport.
I think we touched on that last time because you're a basketball guy,
right?
But your knowledge of sports, kind of crosses all the boundaries because there's a lot of things that are the same,
right? Well, and then when you put that with me sitting on my couch all the time watching football, I don't know if it makes me qualified to be up here, but I'm here.
Hey, you know what? We're not professional, but we have fun.
That's right.
And contrary to popular belief, because I think Ian came into this tonight thinking, because somebody told him that we're not actually always couth on the air. Hey, you know what? I think we moderate what we say a lot.
I promise you, I got my filter on.
Yeah,
you know that. He's saying that he's saying to run the clock.
Yeah, the radio guys next door are going, are we going to run the clock? I don't know. That's a coach's decision there. Here's one Abundus, and he gets all this foot. It's going to be caught at the 6-yard line and brought out. And you know what? Our kick return team.
Oh,
this is your point, Jim.
Right.
If he can kick that all the time like that, then why don't we do it all the time like that? Because our kickoff coverage team is really, really good.
They're really good. They stay in their lanes, they contain, and then they converge.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what you want your kickoff coverage team to do.
That's right.
Yeah. Who we have hurt out there?
That is a Greenville line player, and again, I hate to see anybody get hurt. He was away from the play, so I'm not quite sure what happened to him. But with that, let's take a break. 7:44 left in this third quarter.
Yep.
It's your Terrell Tigers 42, the Greenville Lions 7. You're listening to Terrell Tiger Football on KPYK 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101. Right. All right. Welcome back, everybody, on KPYK in Studio 101. The Greenville player got up and he walked off on his own power, which is good. We had a injury earlier tonight, and that young man did not walk off by himself.
No, he did not.
So hope all is good there. Here's Greenville lining up, and let me tell you what. Here's the back that did a lot of good hard runs earlier in the game. I believe that's number 22, Damian Bankston for Greenville.
Yeah.
He picks up, 6 on that first down play, so it's going to bring up second down and about 4 for the Lions.
That young man ain't quit, that's for sure.
They have twins out towards the Tiger bench, which is the wide side of the field, motioned by the number 2 receiver inside. There is the back who does a hurdle. That's number 0, Daniel Renner, who is one of the other backs for Greenville. And there is something going on for Greenville there with the 2 backs splitting time in the backfield. Great run. He hurdled one of the Tiger defenders and moves the 6 for Greenville. This is kind of reminiscent of their first drive
of the game. Yeah. And always makes me nervous when these guys hurdle, Chuck, because it just looks like a hamstring or a high ankle sprain or a knee or something about to happen.
Yeah. Or get upended and end up on your dome.
Yep.
Twins into the boundary, closest to our bench. Number 1 receiver goes in motion and then doubles back out. The quarterback, there's a stoppage of play. Probably good for him because Keandre.
Delay game.
No, it's not Keandre.
Number 13, Greenville.
Number 25.
Replay first down.
J.Z. Brown, who was about to lower the boom.
Yes, he was. How many penalties have we had tonight, Chuck, on both sides? It's
way too many.
It's that just really makes the game tough.
Yeah,
I mean, to watch.
Because Greenville's, they're looking at 1st and 15. And if they want to do anything to try to do anything positive, those things, kind of creep in and get to you. There's a bad snap and the ball was on the ground. Number 0 picks it up, but it's a little too late because the Tiger defensive front, as they have all year, is starting to dominate the offensive front.
Well, yeah, these you can tell that the Terrell athletes are in condition.
Well, and here's the deal. To your point, these are backups,
right?
And they're teeing off like that.
Yeah, they are. They're fresh legs, and this is their chance,
right? Because the Greenville starting group is going to stay out there because they're the starters,
right?
But they've already played a hard game and had to put up with our number 1 team defensive guys. So with fresh legs, we're just dominating. There's another pass play, which was a good pitch and catch, but however, it went negative. It's a pass completion for negative yards because we're all over the top of it. It is now third and Kings Creek for the Lions to do anything with the ball.
Yeah, and
3rd and 23 with 4:58 and counting,
and all the way back at their own 19. What do? You got your punter who hasn't been doing very well, but if on a 4th down with that long, man, that's a tough choice. Greenville coaching staff.
Any further back, they're going to be in the cemetery over there. There's another bad snap. Quarterback does a good job on picking it up, and he just throws it out of bounds because we had 2 Terrell defenders in his face. He didn't have a choice.
No, he really didn't. The front 4 for the Tigers during this drive have been outstanding. And like you said, they're fresh legs. They're really good, firing off the ball, and they know that they got to pass on these things. And man, they got their ears pinned back, and they're just coming.
Well, and here's the thing about it, because you just mentioned something that made me think. They're getting off the ball. The defenders, it's not a good sign when the defenders are controlling the line of scrimmage, because that means that you're beating the offensive lineman off the ball who knows the snap count.
Yeah.
Tall punt there. That was probably his best punt of the night.
By far. By at least 15 yards.
Yeah, and it is fair, called for a fair catch there at the Tiger 45-yard line. So we're going to have really good field position.
Be interested to see who they send out on offense this time.
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah, well, I think we will. I know the referee's calling for them.
Yeah.
Got a new quarterback.
My favorite number is out there, and he's not a starter. As a matter of fact, he's new to the roster. It's number 75, Justice Hutchins. New quarterback, you're exactly right. That's number 11. That's Caden Dabney, who hands the ball off. And then here's the part that's going to happen, Jim. That's 2nd down and 7 to go.
Yes.
This is going to be bread and butter. This is majority of it's going to be run,
right,
which eats the clock.
And that's what you got to do as a coach.
Tight end wing to the right. Just toss
Ambers.
sweep to the left. That's number 4, Cordrick Johnson, who has been part of the running back by committee group all year long. He gets across the 45. I think it's down to the 42-yard line, so that'll move the sticks for Terrell. Another Terrell Tiger first down. 3:30 and counting in this third quarter.
Well, and last week, Corderick, it looks like he had like 79 yards on 13 carries, which is 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
A little more. Terrell's got some fine running backs and added another one tonight.
Yep. And here's number 24 for Terrell. That is
Marin Miles.
Marin Miles. Another new to the roster person. He picks up big yardage there. And the backup offensive line is doing their job. The number twos all over the place are doing their job because we're moving the ball rather efficiently at this point in time against the Greenville Lions.
And that clock keeps running too.
Yep. Wing tight end to the right. Bad snap there. Quarterback number 11, Caden Dabney, picks it up. Greenville's all over him. That'll be a TOL. So I probably jinxed him and shouldn't have said anything.
Well, but again, you got a new somebody under center. I don't know if it's a new center or not. Get those nerves out right now when the game is in hand.
Yeah.
So when it does count, you're prepared.
Yep. Second and 11 for the Tigers from the 26-yard line, I believe. One in the backfield behind Dabney. That's who the ball goes to. And the defender, let me tell you what, the defender for Greenville did exactly what he was supposed to do. The guard disappeared inside.
Yep.
He got into his back pocket, followed him down, which when that happens, that led him right to the play. He made an excellent play on it. That's another tackle for loss back to the 27-yard line, so it's 3rd down 12 for the Tigers.
Well, Terrell, again, like you said, it's going to be pretty bland as far as creativity right now, and that's okay.
Toss lead to the right. He loses the ball. He gets hit, and Greenville says they got it. Terrell says they got it. Let's just see who the striped shirts say have it. 1:24 left in this third quarter. It's 42-7 Terrell. They're going to wind the clock. That means Terrell got the ball back. So at the 18-yard line, I believe that'll be 4th down and 3.
Yep. You might as well go. You got your young legs out there. You got your fresh legs. That's
I agree with you, but I'd kind of like to see Juan kick a field goal.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind that, but.
All right, we flip the formation, tight end wing to the left, 2 in the backfield behind Dabney. Lead sweep to the right side. That's number 3. He's one of our running backs for committee. He decides that he doesn't want to go right. He decides he doesn't want to go left, but Tamine Ambrose is in the touchdown, in the end zone for another Terrell Tiger touchdown.
That was a nifty little run that he had there. You're right. He went right, left, and then accelerated into the end zone.
41.9 seconds left in this third quarter, and Juan Abundis is out to attempt this point after attempt. It's kind of a high snap that time, but you know what? Brought it down, got it down on the turf, and it's up and good. So Juan Abundis is good for all of his extra points tonight. That makes it 49 for your Terrell Tigers, 7 for the Greenville Lions. We'll just keep it right here since there's 41 seconds left.
Okay, well, it's been all Tigers since
midway through the second. Well, yeah. All third quarter, yeah.
But all the second quarter, to your point, yeah. I mean, Greenville scored first with that 7, so you got 49 unanswered points. So it's been pretty much Tigers from then on.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad to see that we're getting some other playing time for some of these other kids. Poor Greenville. I mean, we've been there. I've been on a call with you before on the game that
makes it tough.
Terrell was on the other end of this, receiving end of this, and it's tough, man. But they do have a few. They got some guys with some talent over there. I don't know what their coaching situation is, if he's new or what, but he's got some talent to work with.
Well, and it's, then people start talking about, well, how much bigger is Terrell than Greenville? You know what? The schools are very, very close in population.
Well,
so
yeah.
It's not that they have any more people to choose from.
Right. They say they got the same number of students.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah.
Here's Juan's kick, and it's going to be a long kick, fielded at the 7-yard line by Greenville.
And number 20 got him again.
Number 20, Datavius
Brown.
Yep. Ian said it a while ago. He's all over it on kickoff return, and he is.
Yeah. I think he's made just almost every tackle on the kickoff return. Boy, you need those kind of players too, Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Man, those guys are invaluable to the team.
Well, my counterpart, our counterpart next door, the radio guys next door, before the game, we weren't here yet, and I was talking to him. He was asking me about, key players, things like that. And we were talking about Kendra. I said, Kendra plays offense, he plays defense. He's run the ball. He's caught the ball, because he's tied in and wing back. And there's another fumble, another bad snap, rather, by the Greenville center quarterback exchange. And I said he's got some rushing yards too, because we've lined him up. We've run a little cross inside. There's 20 seconds left in this third quarter. If Greenville is anything, they'll probably just let this run out. And he kind of looked at me. I said, athletes play both sides of the ball. And that's Kundry, but that's what you're talking about.
Right.
Number 29, he's been excellent on kickoff coverage teams. Julian Ashley, number 21.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he come from? He's having a heck of a night tonight.
No doubt.
So that's awesome. End of the third quarter, it is your Terrell Tigers 49, the Greenville Lions 7. You're listening to Terrell Tiger football on KPYK, 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101. All right. Ian's back there talking about, him and Jim are talking about baseball because the series is on right now. And I don't really keep up with
two legendary franchises,
I don't know who's in it.
You got the Dodgers and the Yankees.
Oh, there you go.
I guarantee you the TV people are excited because they'll get numbers from that. I don't think they were real excited last year with Texas and Arizona.
Yeah.
Abram on the series.
650 million.
Number 33, Lamar Johnson.
All right. So
that second down play for Greenville did not go anywhere. It was a dive play over the left side of the offensive front. We were busy talking baseball and how much the franchises are worth. And Jimmy said, alluded to the fact that the Dodgers and who's in it? Dodgers
Yankees.
And the Yankees are, those big time, long time names in pro baseball, MLB baseball. They're playing, but Greenville's in the hole. Well, it's third and 14 from the 14. There's
my goodness,
another bad snap, but before the snap there was a whistle. Was a delay of game. That's exactly what it is.
Number 13.
So things are going
Greenville.
from bad to worse.
5-yard penalty.
For
Still,
Greenville.
third down.
Well, when they can't get a good snap to even let the guy have a chance to get his footing to do anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to watch. Even in those games where a few years ago against some of the powerhouses that we ran up against, Terrell at least was confident.
There's a play from scrimmage. They're keeping it on the ground, and he's going nowhere. Terrell defensive front is manhandling the offensive line of Greenville, and they can't do anything. And we've got our backups in. There's none of our starters in, and it's still happening. And like you alluded to a while ago, we've called a game like this, and the energy goes out of the team early. Like you said, it's 49 unanswered points by the Tigers. The Greenville Woes are there, and this is another terrible punt. I mean, I hate to say it about the guy, and we can't speculate whether he was the starting punter or somebody got hurt and he's just coming up. But I'm going to say this. Well, yeah, but it looked like he didn't even try.
Well, he shanked it. He shanked it like a drive, going straight duck right. He just duck hooked that right.
Wow.
And what was it, about a 15-yard punt? Oh, my gosh.
The ball is at the 21-yard line. The 21-yard line.
Yeah. And there was no return.
It was about a 10-yard punt.
He about knocked a cheerleader over. That was the closest person to fielding the ball was a cheerleader.
Man. Here's Terrell over the right side. It's number 24 with the rock. He's down to the 5. He's fighting his way inside the 5. They finally bring him down about the 3-yard line, and there is a flag thrown on that far side. Not sure what that's for. I would suspect that it's probably a face mask.
I would think so. Something.
No, I think I just saw a holding call on Terrell.
Holding. Number 15, Terrell. 10 yards from the spot of the 5. Replay.
Brown
First
running
down.
that rock really well. Something
was.
happened over on that side.
No, it's Myron Miles, 24.
Oh, it's 24 running the rock.
24,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. You put your second team in to get them reps and everything, and what you really want to do is just run the clock out and get the game over with.
Yeah.
But you can't tell these kids not to run hard. This is their chance to play, man. He's going to run as hard as he can, and I don't blame him.
Oh, bad exchange that popped right back to the Caden Dabney, the exchange between, I'm sorry, we're being not following the game there. There was a dive play, and the quarterback back exchange did not go well.
No.
The ball popped up, and Caden just happened, Caden Dabney just happened to be there. He grabbed the ball and got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's second down and same 10.
Yeah, that could have been a little disaster there in the backfield, and kept his eye on the ball.
One behind Dabney, and it's a straight dive play right up the middle. And oh my gosh, how shifty are we? That's number 11. No, that's not number 11. Number 4. Yeah, that's Cordrick Johnson. Running the rock right up the gut. That's another one. Running back got by committee all year. It's third down. I mean, it's on the 3-yard line. It's first and goal from the 3.
Well, just another strong run, and Cordrick's seen runs all year. He's had playing time with the first team. He's had, but you know what? It's his turn. He's going to run hard.
Yeah. The offensive linemen, the backups, they're getting a feel for it. There's Cordrick once again, and he's in for a touchdown. That was easy enough for Cordrick over the left side of the offensive front to get in for another Terrell Tiger touchdown. There is a Greenville line down. He's still down.
And he's holding his knee, Chuck. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. that'll take a little time to get him off the field.
Right.
Hope he's all right. I mean, he's not writhing and playing. He's just kind of holding his knee.
Yeah.
Check to see what some other scores are.
Yeah. See what's going on in that Ennis game, because that's the one that's really got some.
Yeah. Crandall has pulled ahead. It's now fourth quarter, 31-14. Crandall over Ennis.
Okay.
The other one is Poteet in Midlothian. It's all Midlothian, 49-0 still there. And then Kaufman in Corsicana, it's 42-28. Kaufman's all over Corsicana.
Right. Well, you saw Terrell by far has played Midlothian the best game they've played all year as far in district.
Yeah.
And I kind of got the feeling that night, Chuck, not that Terrell didn't play well, because they did. They gave a tremendous effort on both sides of the ball. But I kind of got the feeling that Midlothian Heritage was just a few inches from really, they could have blown that game wide open. Now, a lot of that's credit to the Terrell defense of not letting them do that. I'm not trying to take anything away from that, but there were a couple of 2 or 3 passes that were just fingertips and things like that I bet that little quarterback from Midlothian is probably completing if they're scoring points like that.
Yeah. And just looking at, we talked about this a little earlier about what's the play. I think we both agree that it's between us and Poteet for the number 4 spot, especially since Crandall's up right now anyway. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Yeah. Terrell's back. The young man is walking off kind of under his own power. He's not limping or anything like that. So the touchdown counts. Juan Abundance is in for the PAT. Gosh, what number does this make this tonight?
8. Number 8.
Yeah, so Juan's getting good kicking done.
I think
a really good snap and really good hold right there. So Juan is up for another PAT point.
I think he hit my truck.
He might have.
I think he hit my truck over in the parking lot.
The parking lot. Yeah. 8:17 left in this fourth quarter. It's your Terrell Tigers 56, the Greenville Lions 7. So the Battle of North 34 is all Terrell. Has been since the beginning of the second quarter, really.
Yep.
Just looking, we still have to play Crandall and Poteet, which Crandall will be a challenge because they're rolling.
Yep.
I mean, Crandall is 3-1. They're going to be 4-1 after tonight.
Well, the thing is, you could end up with the same record as Kaufman, but the head-to-head's going to kill you there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And then Poteet's playing Heritage and just getting it handed to them right now. But then they play Ennis next week.
And then they play us.
So,
I think, you still have to play the game on the field.
Yeah.
But I think Terrell's just playing better than Poteet from what I've seen statistically.
Yeah. I think it's going to come down to that last game.
Well, like I said, the Crandall game, if you can beat Crandall, you could put it into a 3-way tie for second. And then, like I said, then you start looking at tiebreakers
and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, Juan's kick, we were busy talking about schedules and playoff picture and thing like that. That was Juan's best kick of the night. It went 7 yards deep, 7 yards deep in the end zone.
Well, the only thing I didn't like about that is I didn't get to see number 20 run down there and make another tackle. Because he was right. He has been on it all night on that kickoff coverage.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't want to tell him to take a knee, but I guess the thing I hope for is that the center quarterback exchange is at least good.
Yeah.
It's just been tough for Greenville tonight.
8:17 left, 56-7, Terrell over Greenville. Greenville's got twins set to the wide side of the field, which is the Terrell side of the field there on the hash mark closest to their bench. Dive play right up the middle and going nowhere. Our defensive front, our backup defensive linemen are beating Greenville's offensive linemen to the backfield.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, there is no room for Greenville to operate. No room for Greenville to operate. It's almost time to talk about Saturday game, Chuck. This one's.
Hey, okay, so here we go. You know, the not just because it's the Aggies, but it's the biggest game in the nation coming up tomorrow between A&M and LSU. It comes down, and here's a play for Greenville. It's a handoff. They're going to keep the ball on the ground.
It's the same thing. The defensive line is just absolutely just dominating, and there's another one for no gain.
Right, and the clock's just going to tick, and Greenville probably should keep it on the ground and just let it tick away. You know, I watched the entirety of the game, which changed the rules for college football, the overtime rules.
Yep.
But that was against LSU. You know, they are on a roll right now. We are on a roll right now. I don't happen to like Brian Kelly that much.
Okay.
I mean, LSU is a storied program, you know, and they have the second Death Valley there. I've known a lot of people that went to LSU. Every fan is passionate, but they're coming to Kyle Field. We need to show up tomorrow night and play good to great football, make few mistakes. Connor Wegman's got to be on track tomorrow night.
Connor's got to play the game like he did against Missouri versus what he played like last week.
Yeah.
Because I saw things last week that reminded me of the Notre Dame game that was not good.
Yeah. And you know, I think I made the comment to you, here comes a punt from Greenville once again. And once again, it's not a good kick. It's about a 5-yard punt maybe.
A 15-yard punt. Oh, no.
You know, that's just not good for them. And he cannot be the regular punter. But you know me, Jimmy, sometimes I'm a purist. You know, I don't mind the gray jerseys that Terrell's wearing tonight, but, you know, I really kind of wish they were just red and white.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Aggies are stepping out. They're going all black tomorrow.
No.
All black. Helmets are black. Aggie script on the helmets, black jerseys, black pants.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it yet.
I don't want to know. Well, do you know the other game I'm really interested in?
Which one?
Navy Notre Dame.
Oh, let me tell you, the midshipmen and the Army group.
Yeah.
You know, both of those military schools are doing phenomenal this year.
Yes, they are.
And I'm with you there. I'd really like to see Navy play their style of football. And what I don't know is where they're playing. Are they playing in South Bend or are they playing at the academy? I don't know. I guess I could look that up.
I think it's a neutral site.
Is it a neutral site?
Yes. Another good run by Marin Miles right there for the Tigers. I mean, they're just having their way with Greenville at this point.
Yeah, 5:23 and ticking. You know, this is reminiscent of a college game that gets out of hand. The announcers start talking about other things, which we are. There's another run right up the middle, and the Greenville defensive front does a really good job on that particular play.
Yes.
On not giving up anything. I believe it's going to bring her up second down and 10, that same 10. But if Navy, MetLife Stadium, all right. Ian, Mr. ESPN behind us, looked that up for us. I would really like Navy to win that game.
Well, you know, as far as
dropped the ball.
Oh, still dropped it. That's all right.
Yeah.
Looks like Greenville's going to have it. Since Notre Dame outscored us the first game, the higher ranked Notre Dame is, the better our strength of schedule is. But I'm with you.
I like that.
I'm with you. I'd really like to see Navy do that. Now, the mayor is no longer here, and he's probably not listening anymore if he's not in front of the camera. So he can't hear me sitting there talking about him not Notre Dame wanting them to get beat. But, I don't know. It would just be an exciting thing for me. I'm going to be looking for that one tomorrow, looking for that game.
Ian, do you happen to know what time that game is tomorrow? Wow, look at that. Oh,
Okay.
Early kick tomorrow.
Early kick, good.
Great. 11 o'clock kick for Navy Notre Dame at MetLife Stadium.
That means Navy Notre Dame, Nap, and then it's Aggies LSU.
In the evening time, prime time game. 4th down for the Tigers, 4th and 6 from the 18. It's another thing that I'd like to see Coach run Juan out there and let him try a field goal from way back there. And that yardage is not going to be enough to get the first down. It looks like he gets to about the 14-yard line, so that's going to be a turnover on downs for Greenville. With 3:26 left, so we're getting to the end of it. Now I just noticed something, and we're not going to stay on the air for this, but the Tiger band made it to area.
Okay, good for them.
Right, so
Great
they
job.
are going to be performing tomorrow night, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm looking down the end zone. All the props and everything are in the end zone. They did not do their show at halftime because Greenville was doing their show. So what's going to happen is everybody's going to leave, and then the band, or anybody wants to stay can stay, but the band's going to bring all their props and everything out and do their entire show for practice for tomorrow after the game.
Excellent. Well, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's using your head.
Yeah, there's Greenville on a straight dive play over the right side of the offensive front, and they get really good. A really good push there out to what appears to be the 18-yard line, so we'll bring up 2nd down and 6, it looks like, for the Greenville Lions with 3:06 and counting.
I passed some band parents when I was coming in from the parking lot, and they were getting snacks ready for the band kids, and I asked them if they hit it in the tree of knowledge that they have over there as their prop.
Hey, you know what? That tree has changed. It's now chrome. Wasn't it brown earlier this year?
Well, it's fall, Chuck.
Oh.
I don't know what color that thing was. I don't know. I had to be told last week by the superintendent it was the tree of knowledge.
I didn't know it was tree of knowledge. It looks like the tree out of Mad Max to me.
Yeah. But the one band parent said, it was going to shoot out of the snacks were going to shoot out of the tree. And I thought, man, that would be great. They come by the tree and it shoots a thing of Skittles at them. That'd be great.
What a good run right there. Good hard run by the Greenville back. I believe that's number 20. Oh, man, I put my roster up somewhere. Number 20, Tobias Avram. Junior running back for Greenville. He did a good job on moving the sticks for Greenville. That's the first positive play over 4 yards that Greenville's had in a long time.
Yes, it is.
But that clock's still ticking. The coaches for Greenville, I think they've resigned themselves. Just to keep the ball on the ground because they're going to run this. They're going to run the play clock all the way down. It's 15, and they're going to run it down. There's a minute 22 left. It is 56-7.
Well, and the last thing they want to do, if they can time this right, they won't have to bring their punter back out.
Well, I hate it for that young man, but
I do too.
I still wonder if he's even a punter.
Yeah,
or if he just stuck back there.
I would be at the soccer field. Seeing if who can kick it.
There's another. Well, that used to be one of the things here in Terrell where the head football coach told the soccer coach, "You find me a kicker."
Yeah.
but evidently that did not work out for Greenville.
No, it did not.
Well, you know,
It certainly worked out for us.
Yeah.
Juan Abundance has had a tremendous year.
Quarterback keeper, and he slides.
Yeah.
That's number 13 for them. You know, it's 22 seconds. You know, we had 3 people into the Hall of Fame and 5 people into the Hall of Honor tonight. That's a great deal for them. You know, that's one of the things that we do in Terrell. I'm sure everybody does, but you know, we kind of make a big deal about it around here.
Yeah, congratulations to all those folks.
That's
Very
right.
deserved.
That's right. That's right. And with that, we are at 0-0 here at Memorial Stadium, Leon Vineyard Field. It is your Terrell Tigers 56 and the Greenville Lions 7. We're going to come back with just a brief comment after this because we've been talking your ear off. You're listening to Terrell Tiger Football, KPYK 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101. All right, coming back at 0-0, 56-7, your Terrell Tigers outlast, which is the wrong thing to say, the Greenville Lions, because Greenville had a lot of issues tonight. They came out strong. Their first series, they marched right down the field, and I thought, here we go. This is going to be a game that goes down to the wire. First couple of series for Terrell, we looked okay. We didn't look great.
Right.
But then the second quarter hit.
Yeah.
And then we looked like Terrell all year except for the first.
Right. Well, I mean,
yeah.
It was just a dominating performance.
Yeah.
From once we got our wheels under us, once we kept getting all the touchdowns called back, we started scoring them and they started counting.
Yeah.
And we scored a bunch of them.
Yeah.
One thing before I forget this week, Chuck, is we need to say something about Mr. Helden. For the bus, because I don't know if we did that last week for the band.
Well, J.S. Hellwig and Sons, you know, that's one of those deals where they pull our Fighting Terrell band trailer anywhere we want it to go. They do it for gratis, and I've heard that those drivers think it's an honor to do it and are willing to do it, and you know, that's a payback from Mr. Hellwig to Terrell ISD, specifically the band, that is a great job.
Yes.
And we do appreciate them that way.
Great community leaders and partners.
Yeah.
They do a great job for us here at Terrell.
Got to give, you know, Brant Davis and his kids, Studio 101, keep up with the video, and you at home that are watching Studio 101, they do a great job. And then Diana and Crystal, you know, they feed us well here.
Yes, they do.
So
great
give
job
a
again.
shout out all across.
No doubt.
You know, we've kind of talked about it already, Jim. It kind of beat us to death. In my mind, we really need to win this next week coming up to get a little breathing room. Because there's no doubt about it, we're fighting for fourth place. Fourth place gets us into the playoffs.
Right.
You know?
Well, and that's and Terrell takes care of the business they should. Then that's where they'll be.
Yeah.
They'll have that fourth place slot.
Yeah.
You know, you can hope for more if you beat Crandall, but if you don't, but you can't let up though, Chuck. You can't let up. You know, like I said, we're looking at this and projecting, and we can project all day, but you got to go on the field and you got to play the game.
Right. I agree.
But tonight, dominant performance. They play like that. They can play with anybody in the district and anybody in the state.
Yep, I think we're on a roll right now. I think we are on a roll.
Yep.
Well, with that, the band's coming out. They're like I said, they're going to set up. They're going to do the entire show. They perform tomorrow at some time. I'm sorry, I don't keep up with it. I don't know, but it's a good deal because
made it to area.
You know, those kids have put in a lot of time.
Sure.
Before school started, early in the morning. I think they practice in the middle of the day. I was by the hospital the other day, and they were out there in the middle of the day, doing that. And the parents and the volunteers that come out. I mean, the Tree of Life, the Chrome Tree of Life is on its way out right now. The platforms and all that good stuff, it's all coming out. So.
And you got pajamas that look like those, don't you? Those green ones there?
Yeah, I've got some neon green pajamas that look
good.
like that. I'll wear those for Halloween next week. So.
Okay, good.
So, for Terrell Tiger Football, I'm Chuck Whelans.
I'm Jim Cooper.
We appreciate you listening. We'll see you. Is it next week? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll be back for our next home game. So, you're listening to Terrell Tiger Football, KPYK, 1570 AM, 102.5 FM, and Studio 101. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Terrell Tiger Band.
And Kevin Espinoza. Directors of the band are Ashton Carter, Jose Leaños, Leo Chavez, Cordy Collins, and Roderick Brooks. Band members of the week are Kevin Espinoza and Jasmine Morales. Section of the week is the band parents. Guard member of the week is Austin Meeks. Terrell's 2024 marching show is entitled What Grows After, including solo performances from Braden Sikora on euphonium, Bryden Craig on trumpet, Alexa Madden on flute, Josue Gallegos on soprano saxophone, Nadia Sanchez and Gladys Castillo on flugelhorn. Tiger Band, you may begin your performance.
wonder if trees speak to each other in a language we can't perceive. It seems crazy, but I choose to believe in the abilities of these wonderful trees.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Terrell Tiger Marching Band. The band would like to thank the parents, teachers, and administration for all their support this marching season. Thank you once again for your attendance tonight, and from all of us here at Terrell ISD, please be responsible and enjoy safe travels as you exit the stadium. And wherever you go, go Tigers.